Hello viewers, I am making these wonderful figure sketches in color pencils today. Would you like to see how I am making them? Come on then, let me make them for you. So do watch till the end for the complete demo. At the outset, this is a simple cartridge paper sketch pad that I am using along with a simple 0.5 mechanical lead pencil. Alongside I also have an image ready from the internet to sketch from. I have selected this image randomly. I thought the pose of the figure would be interesting to sketch, and so I have selected it. You are of course free to select any image that you like. I am just drawing a rough outline of the figure, keeping in mind the proportions of the various body parts with relation to each other. Basically, I am just following the overall shapes of the various elements like the face, hair, hands, etc., just as they are seen in the image. Here we are doing just sketching, and so we need not bother about the finer details, etc. As long as the basic proportions are maintained, it is well and good. The figure comprises of nothing but the shapes of various elements of the face, of the hands, the shapes of the clothes, etc. And that is all you need to take care of. Once you get into the habit of sketching this way, all these things will come automatically to you. You will notice I am not using the eraser here anywhere. Although the sketching may not be flawless, even then, since it's just sketching that we are doing, any minor mistakes here and there need not be taken too seriously. Like I said before, just try to maintain the shapes, their proportions with each other, the angles of all the lines that you are drawing from the reference image as much as possible. I have started the coloring of the sketches with the color pencils. These are Derwent color pencils that I am using here. These are very good quality ones. Of course, you are free to use any other brand that you are comfortable with. I will be using a combination of various shades for each of the parts of the sketch. For example, for the face and the hands, that is for the flesh tint, since I did not have a flesh tint color, I have used a combination of a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, a little bit of pink, a little bit of brown, etc. Likewise for the hair, since here the hair is blonde, I have used a little bit of yellow and brown. Since this figure was wearing dark glasses, I didn't have to do the eyes, but of course for the glasses too, we can definitely work on the lights and shades. For the coloring part throughout the sketches here, I am not going to block in the sketches with colors throughout. Instead, I am going to use the rendering technique of coloring through the use of just lines. There will be oblique lines in various directions and some vertical and horizontal ones whenever required. This gives it a very sketchy look and is also easy to do. This type of sketching from images will always be a good practice session for beginners especially. Later when you start drawing from figures from life, this practice done earlier will definitely help. In these kind of sketches, likeness in the face is not really important. What is more important is the proportions of each of the parts with respect to each other as well as to the whole figure, and also the light and shade effects. Also, while you are sketching this way, the finer details are not really that important, in the sense that maybe each and every fold of the fabric need not be shown, or even the finer textures need not be shown. These can all be taken care of while doing larger full-fledged portraits and figures. Here, what is more important is, like I said, the proportions, light and shade of the overall gesture of the figure that we are drawing. Instead of working on the finer details, just let yourself go and work on the things I mentioned. And of course, have fun doing it. You will definitely enjoy it more this way. As you can see here, I have done exactly that. You will notice my sketch here is not 100% as per the original image, but it does bring out fairly good proportions and the overall gesture. I hope you agree too. Do mention in the comments about the whole experience. I would love to read about it. You will also notice I haven't really tried to bring out the exact colors as in the original image. That too is not necessary. As long as the essence of the overall figure is brought out, these things can be overlooked. So let's finish this sketch keeping all of these things in mind. This is another image I found interesting to sketch from. Instead of a head-on figure, these type of gesture images are fun to sketch from. Let's proceed to do the sketch keeping in mind all of what I talked about earlier then. That is, taking care of the proportions of all parts of the figure with respect to each other, maintaining the overall gesture, taking care of the light and shade once we start the coloring, and of course, not bothering too much about the likeness in the face, nor too much about the finer details within the figure. Let us proceed and complete this sketch too in this manner. As you can see, we have successfully completed this figure sketch too, and fairly well at that, don't you think so? The proportions have been maintained, the light and shades have been taken care of, and the overall essence of the figure has been brought out. And that was what we intended to achieve exactly. Let's move on to another sketch now from this image. The boy's cap especially would be interesting to do is what I thought. And the shadow formed by the cap on the boy's face will be fun to do, you will see. Okay then, let's proceed and complete this sketch too as before. Let's not forget the points mentioned earlier as we go along. Have fun! that's it. This sketch too is done. What do you think about it? Do let me know in the comments. I'll be waiting for all your comments. So let's move over to yet another sketch now. Isn't this a wonderful gesture figure to draw from? Come on then, let's proceed as before and complete this sketch too. By now you know what all things are to be kept in mind while doing this sketch too. So go on, have fun again. And that's it. We completed this one too. Let me know how you enjoyed it in the comments below. And that brings us to our last sketch for the day. At first glance, this one does seem a bit complicated. But believe me, by now you would have got a grip of all the things and won't find it so difficult after all. Moreover, as you progress further, you would yourself want to try out complex figures too. So do not worry too much and just proceed on the lines of how we worked on earlier. You will surely enjoy this one too. we are done yet again. See, wasn't this one fun to do too after all? It wasn't so difficult after all, was it? Thanks for being here. Do subscribe, like and share, and do press the bell icon for notifications. Do leave your valuable comments below, and you may suggest a topic you would like to see next. Also click on the end screens above for more videos and enjoy. Thank you.